この番組はご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りします。Alrighty, welcome everyone. I'm Teeaboo, and I am here for Mobile Suit Zeta Gundam, episode 16, Through the Haze of Darkness. I don't know what that means. Last week on Zeta Gundam, we watched episode 15, Katz's Sortie, wherein Katz believed that he was the main character of the show for a short period of time, and tried to do what main Gundam characters do, which is be frustrated with somebody older than you, Amuro, and other people older than you, Char a little bit, and also his dad a little bit, but not really. Be frustrated with people who are older than you, get the opportunity to sort of prove yourself by hopping into a mobile suit and stealing it from somebody else, and then go out and fight. Except that Katz is not the main character of the show, and so he almost fucking dies, and everybody else has to go out of their way to save his dumb child ass. It was pretty fun. We had Rosa stuff. She's a little freaky. We had 2 separate instances of characters talking about the sky falling and weird visions that they have. Wonder what that's about. Seems like the sky's gonna fall. Which seems to be something along the lines of dropping a colony on Earth in order to something, which is crazy. And I hope that ends up happening because that sounds dope. We had a bunch of conversations centering around Char / Quattro, Chatro, Quar. A bunch of conversations centered around that whole deal, with some characters fully aware that he is Char and talking to him about it and trying to convince him that he should be the leader of things, and various oddness, various interesting things. We also had a much appreciated new arrival in the form of Beltorchica, cutie. I'm sorry to I'm sorry to degenerate this character into just the fact that she's cute. I'm sorry. It's not the way I'm actually looking at her. It's really not. But she is fucking cute, and I'm happy about that. I get to be happy about that. And of course, Katz does an oopsie and goes out and gets in a fight. However, there is a moment in that fight that's a little bit interesting, and I wonder if we're going to hone in on it anymore, where Katz seemingly feels / vibes that Rosa-Mia is about to come up over a hill and fires off a shot and ends up sort of saving his own ass and saving the day in the process. So that's interesting. Does Katz have some new type shenanigans going on? It wouldn't be unexpected. He's been around new types, and he's from space, so, like, it's totally possible. It's viable. Could be that. I don't know. Maybe we'll find out eventually, but for now, we just don't know. And then there was, let me see, there was one last thing, but I didn't write it down. I forget what it was. Crap. Oh yeah, Hayato punches Katz because he's like, dude, you almost got yourself killed. It's not the best parenting, but it's very understandable, so fine. I don't know what's coming next. I mean, we're still moving around. We're still sort of in a hot pursuit situation, sort of reminiscent of the first portion of first season Mobile Suit Gundam, where there's like bad guys on our tail constantly chasing us, and we're constantly fleeing them and looking for other places to go. I think eventually we're going to get back up into space, because staying on Earth is not the way that this story should play out, I don't think. But I don't know if that's now. I don't know if that's what Through the Haze of Darkness is intended to mean. Let's watch the episode, and I guess we'll just have to find out. So, I've got Mobile Suit Zeta Gundam episode 16 up and ready to go. It's at 0 seconds. There'll be 2 versions, picture in the description, timer on YouTube, beep timer to count you down. Early access on the Patreon. If you'd like to support me and the channel and these videos and all that jazz, hit that up. It's super appreciated. And beep timer. Let's get to it. Oh yeah, if you don't like the channel or the videos, go ahead and leave a comment about it and help me out with the algorithm. Thank you. Beep timer. You go up a little bit in volume. Feels like the right kind of thing to do today. Speaking of dry lips. Bow, 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 bow. Bow. Zoom. Zoom. Ah! Fuck! I fucked up! Except that's not really what he did. Okay. Yep. Yep. Dum-dum. We could have. 100%. The boy was dead. Okay. Ooh, a blinky. Hmm. Mm. Again, infighting. Oh, there's a character. Okay. Ha 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 ha. Captain Wooder. Ashimars. Cool. That's a pretty cool idea. That track, what? That bass. Is that a tuba? Yeah, that's a tuba. Oh. I thought he made this show. Hey. Yes, there's nuance to it. I don't think she despises you, bro. In fact, I think the opposite a little bit. You've been resting. Amro, you're such a downer. Ooh. Oh, shit. What? Whoa! I don't think that was pity, bro. I think she's just into you. Let's go, Amro. Mm-hmm. Oh. Ah. Ooh. Sure. Sure. Whatever you say. No pity. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's fucking go, Amaro. Yo. Oh. Arrow. Ow, ah. Ooh. Oh, fuck off. I want to fly. Yeah, that's fine. Not really. Come with us. Yeah, but there's a girl back here now. Whoa, terrified by that sense of no gravity. Her spirit's out there. Sure. Yeah. So this is the moment that they share that locks them together in fate. So sick. Man, he's so casual for a guy who probably hasn't gotten any for years, and this really cute girl just walks up and makes out with him. So casual. Yeah, and Cat's is like, I know, I fucked up. I fucked up. I fucked up. Ha ha ha. Hmm? You coming to Faith? Sweet. Yay, friendship. Leaving him behind. Just checking out the cockpit. I don't even know what Hickory is. Go, pigeon, go. Oh. So this is Hickory. Oh, that's actually cool. There's a little beeper thing for where it lands. Wait, who dis? Nah, this isn't somebody I recognize. Sweet. Cool. Whoosh. Oh, hi, Wooder. Woody? Wooder? Woodson? Ha ha ha. Oh, yum. Jeef Berkey. Or Laffy Taffy. Brown flavor Laffy Taffy. Doubt it. We found it. But so did the enemy. They're following us. Oh, so thick. Ah. Alright, fine. Hey! Yeah, he gives him a little look like, you just saw that. Nobody's seen that. That's interesting. Dude, is she gonna fucking die for this shit? I'm gonna be so fucking mad. If Beltorchica gets dead, I'm gonna kill something. Cause you're cool. Alright, incoming. I'll try. Ha ha ha. We shall see, we shall see. God damn it, Beltorchica, please be safe. Please be fucking safe while you're flying that freaking biplane. Holy macaroni. Hmm? Enemies? No! Oh god, I'm so scared now. 3 kisses! 3 of them. And all it takes is 1 bullet. Fuck. Shut the fuck up. Let me drive. Yo, get down there, girl. Get the fuck down to land, please. Please, God, fuck. I don't think I can properly express to you how fucking scared I am now. I'm really afraid. I like this girl a lot. If we only get like 2.5 episodes? No! That's cool. Hello. Okay. So, there's a solid chance we leave Amuro behind. Isn't there? That's correct. Ah, hello. Vibes, vibes. Blam. That wasn't luck. That wasn't luck at all, bud. That was Amuro shit. Oh, oh. Damn, yeah, he's got no seat, no belt, nothing. So fucked. Hmm. He's going out? He's going out. Oh, shit. He might get stuck here, too. Right. Get that out there. This is rough. God damn it, please be safe, Beltorchica. Holy fucking tits. Oh. What? Wow! It's that gun? Sick. Yeah, it's pretty fucking sick. Alright, let's go. Alright, we made it. Holy shit, where's Beltorchica? That's all I care about. Come on, man. Mm. You gotta go now. Later. Holy shit, cats. Let's go. Let's go, little buddy. That's stupid as fuck, kid. Amazing. Okay. So Camus in a fight, but he needs to get back. Oh, that was rad. Hey, got one. This is gonna be fun. Ha. You were never holding a gun to me. Yeah, he knows. He knows. Ah, it's so sick. Being stuck in place. That is not Beltorchica. Uy. It's Amuro. Yo, Camus, you're gonna get stuck here. You gotta fucking go. Yeah. Okay. How could you not? Trust. That was a lot lower, dog. Oh, he got him. What are you doing, Camus? Camus, what are you doing? Please get the fuck out of here. Please get the fuck out of here. Please get the fuck out of here. They're calling her the Comet? That's cool. Or maybe the plane is the Comet. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank fuck. Oh, thank shit, dick. Don't you fucking dare. Don't you fucking dare. Yes. Ugh. Yeah, you killed a man. Hello, Ashamar? To space. I think this might be the end for this guy. Run! Nigerundayo! Oh, a weird moment. A view of girl. Fa Yuri. How about your life? Oh, cool fluid, cool water stuff. Sick. Oh, and the way the bubbles pop out, the floaters. Zoom. To space they go. But Camus be done is trapped on Earth. Wow. Oh my God. Thank God. I'm so happy that Beltorchica's alive. Yeah, he's all right. I think you've already changed your opinion of him, dude. Awakened. That he is. He is. It like. What do you mean believe? What? It's so. Yeah. No, he is. So are you, dude. God, we're actually doing romance, and it didn't end horrifyingly yet. All right, we stay on Earth. Damn, now we got two things going on. Just pat him on the butt. Bat, bat. The sky. Indeed. Other girl. That's it, right? I'm gonna skip it. So sick. So sick. I'm gonna go use the bathroom. Woo, baby. What a spicy episode. I like this one. All right, so OP happens, and we hop in after some recap stuff. Get back on the things. We got to go hunt them down. Don't want to do this. We'll use the new type labs encoding system, and we see some infighting amongst the Titans from this guy. This guy's character design is such a character design. He's got such I don't know, like old English hair, I think, that kind of thing. I do like this whole message drop sequence. It seems so unnecessary, but it works really well. I like it a lot. And then we have the meatiest meat of the episode by far, the juiciest of juice. Beltorchica and Amuro. I mean, we haven't done romance on Gundam, right? We've done like Amuro crushing on older ladies. We've done like weird, Kai crushing on that one girl and then she dies. Most of the time when we do romance, it full ends like immediately because one of the characters is dead. Hayato and Frau got together, but we only saw like little tidbits of that as like them kind of becoming friends, honestly, and it never went this direction. This is like these two characters met each other today or yesterday, and Beltorchica knows who Amuro Ray is, and he's like kind of an idol, sort of, but also she's got this like, are you really all you're cracked up to be, or are you just like sort of washed up? Like, what's your deal thing going on? And Amuro isn't sure how to like deal with this or address it. They're talking about the specifics of what they need to do, but you dislike fighting, don't you? That's the responsibility of Karaba, but you dislike fighting, and here we get into the conversation. Naturally, I hate wars. But, and it's the first time that a character's really effectively put this nuance out into the world, but that's different from fighting when one must. Now, the delineation between wars and fighting when one must might be faulty because a lot of wars occur that way. You can be in a war because you're being attacked, and in that situation, maybe you need to fight because you must. But she puts out this nuance there, and it's nuance that I don't think the other characters have really grappled with, at least out loud. There's a difference between fighting when one must and fighting, or wars, Sensoul, and that's pretty interesting, fighting when one must. And I really like how this scene is done, visually, okay? Because it starts building intention in a really beautiful way. We talk about this, he goes, you despise me, don't you? And she goes, well, naturally I hate wars, but that's different from fighting when one must. And then she steps toward him, and then he steps toward her, right? They're closing distance between each other, but we're still keeping them out of the same frame. We move it along, and she enters his frame, right? It fully enters his space. This is planned. This is decided upon by the artist, right? By the storyboarder, that she will enter his space. Because that is what she is doing, right? He is standing there, and she is approaching him. Oh, so you're approaching me. Yeah, well, I can't fucking kiss you if I don't get closer to you, right? is essentially what's happening here. And it's fucking great. I actually think it's fucking great. And I love her refrain of, I'm not that thick-headed. It's fucking so cute. You despise me, don't you? I'm not that thick-headed. And she's looking right at him. Oh, and he's looking right at her. For Amuro Ray, those 7 years were a period of sleep. The body must be cared for, both physically and mentally. And at this point in the thing, I'm making a joke about this, right? Like, physical and mental care, Beltorchica. You want to physically take care of Amuro Ray, do you? But she's literally saying that, right? That is literally what she's going for, and it's great. I'm so into it. Oh my god, I love when women are forward. I love when women are forward. I love it so much. It's the bomb.com. It's so great. It's so great. I understand why it's not this way. I understand that, like, there's thousands of years of tradition behind the idea that women shouldn't approach men, as well as I understand that, you know, when you go outside into the world, when you walk around, wherever you are, and for me, like, I see a lot of girls at the gym, and the gym in particular is a fraught place, but women in the modern era, and for good reason, it's understandable, walk around wearing armor. And I mean psychological fucking armor. Blinders on, no eye contact with other human beings, like, full ignore that other people exist, act like you're completely focused in on what you're doing in the hopes that nobody bothers you, and wear this sort of armor that is just deflection and reflection, like, ignore people, don't deal with it. And the reason for it is obvious. It's because women are hyper-objectified in our societies, and it's because going to somewhere like the gym and being out in public is, I wouldn't say necessarily like a dangerous situation, but there's a tension ramp there. There's something to it. It's a constant that girls who wear clothing that's comfortable to work out in are going to get ogled at, and they don't feel comfortable about it, mostly. There are exceptions to every rule, right? So the armor makes sense, but man, I fucking love this shit. I love this shit. I love Beltorchica in every way. Beltorchica is a babe. And I don't just mean she's physically cute. I mean she is acting in her own interest. She is doing what she wants. She's controlling the flow of the scene, right? It's very different from the way that, like, Monogatari characters control the flow of the scene. I always bring this up when this concept comes up, when we're, like, controlling the camera, controlling the gaze. Monogatari characters use their sexuality and are aware of their sexuality and utilize it in the framing and utilize it to control the camera. She's not doing that. She's controlling the flow of the interaction with Amuro. She's running shit right now, and it's dope. It's so fucking hot. God damn it, Beltorchica. Why are you so cool? Where's my blonde pilot fucking GF? That feel when no cute blonde GF who flies planes. Just needs to awaken, and then things will return to the way that they were. I don't have the confidence, he says. You did in the past what Kamiyuki is doing now. And she goes up. That's true, but interrupts him by grabbing him by the shoulder, looks him in the eyes, and to his shock, boom for it. Just going, girl. Let's go, Beltorchica. Ow, Beltorchica. And he immediately thinks that she's feeling pity for him. Oh, rough, buddy. Why would this beautiful girl be kissing me if it weren't out of pity? No, it's not pity, bud. If you're feeling pity for me, forget it. As I said, I'm not that thick-headed. That's not what's going on here, bud. It's a little more complicated. And he's like, blink, blink, what the fuck? And so she explains. And this is a guy writing a girl, right? That's the problem here. This isn't a woman writing a woman. This is a man writing a woman. It's fine though. It's from the perspective of it's from a male perspective, and I'll share an expansion of that male perspective. Of course, I can't bring a female perspective. I'm a guy. If a woman can rouse a man to activity by simply caressing him, then a woman will do so. Do you know why? And it already becomes a test here. Do you know why? And he says to test the man, right? And she says, that's right, Soka. Because she wants the man to be suitable for her. But once she finds that he's not, she'll dump him. There's no time for sympathy in the process. And we hard transition out of that by asking about being a war orphan, which is a weird choice. I'm the one who wants sympathy. Sorry. And he approaches. And now they meet in the middle of the frame. And he kisses her back. So we'll get this done. We'll send them back to space. And she says, I might easily forget. I don't know exactly what she means. And he says, I don't mind. And they kiss again. Oh, it's so fucking hot. It's so fucking hot. Oh, I love it. I love it. Did I think we were going to have actually interesting, like, good romance in Mobile Suit Gundam? No. Am I happy that we're having really good romance in Mobile Suit Gundam? Yes. And it's not really good. It's good enough, though. It's way better than I expected. So I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Oh, I'm so scared too. Beltorchica, please don't fucking die. You're too cool to die. And too cute, but really too cool. Okay, so this is that male perspective thing, and I want to share something about this because this tracks to me. It doesn't track to have her saying it, but it tracks in terms of the way that men and women, at least in my own experience, affect each other. In my own experience, I think it is true. The statement, to rephrase her statement, a woman can rouse a man to activity. Just as a flat statement, hard true. Or if a man is conscious but asleep, woman is the thing that can waken him. Now, this might not be true depending on where your sexuality falls on the spectrum. It just might not be the case, you know. But I think there's something deeply true about this, and I want to go check something that I don't know super deeply about, mostly debunked psychology, but it's still useful as a talking point. So give me a sec. Okay, yeah. So just checking up on it to make sure that I'm using the right phraseology. As far as I'm aware, a lot of this stuff is not viewed by modern psychologists as being necessarily accurate, but I do still think that it's an interesting and useful conceptual model. And that is Freud's model of libido. Libido is used in today's day and age as the kind of thing that you fix with little blue pills, the ability to get erect and have intercourse, but also the desire for sex. That's what we use the word for mostly. But it has another meaning, and that's the Freudian meaning, which is literally life energy, the instinct to create, the instinct to be, the instinct to do stuff. That energy is, for good reason, Freud associates it with sexual energy. Libido and libido are sort of one and the same in Freud's view of things. Now, Freud was a sex pervert a little bit and was very fascinated with sex a lot and tried to tie basically everything in human psychology to sex and sexuality as well as to the parents and things like that. And to a large extent, a lot of that tracks. A lot of that makes sense, but isn't necessarily always the case or always true. I do think from personal damned experience that man falling asleep, the archetypal concept of the sleeping male. In fact, usually I think this archetype comes about as like the sleeping king almost, or the sleeping leader. And it's a flip side of Sleeping Beauty, the Disney tale, and the old fairy tale that it's based on, right? That one's about man awakening the feminine, right? That's the feminine being, and it's a fraught story, and it's all fucked up, and I understand that it's all fucked up. We know this, okay? We can still talk about it in terms of archetype instead of actual reality. Cool. The idea that the presence of a man, or true love's first kiss, the touch of love or something like that, awakens the woman into feminine womanhood, from the sleep of girlhood into becoming. And through that awakening, they form a linked pair and are able to tackle social problems like the evil stepmother and all that jazz. And that's great. That's good shit. On the flip side, though, the idea of the sleeping king who is awakened by woman, or the sleeping man who is awakened by woman, is so very real. And it's a through line in media constant through line in media. I bring this up because I was thinking about the movie earlier. The reason I'm thinking about the movie, I'll tell you, is actually really cool. I was thinking about Drive with Ryan Gosling in it. I like the film a lot. It's actually a film that I really enjoy. And part of the soundtrack for Drive is like this retro future, new retro wave sort of. Outrun is the thing. Retro 70s. Great driving music. Like Night Call by Kavinsky is the song that's sort of like the forefront of that. And the reason I bring it up is Kavinsky came out with a new album in 2022, and it's pretty good, and you should go listen to it. I forget what it's called. It's good, though. You should check that out. Anyway, I bring it up because, like, that character is also the same character who shows up in, not all, but many, like, Korean revenge thrillers. Same type of character. Competent man who has his shit together, really. Like, Ryan Gosling's character does have his shit together, but he's not awake, really, in the beginning. He's just doing the same thing over and over until woman enters his life, and for reasons of woman entering his life and his desire to protect her, the story happens and he changes, right? He awakens to the full potential of his character because of woman, because she is present. Why? Well, I mean, it's partly biological, right? There's a reproductive urge that occurs, and there's an awakening that actually fucking occurs, and a set of hormonal changes when to be fair, like a straight cisgender male is in contact with women that he finds attractive. It changes things. It changes perspective on life, and that possibility being present, that interaction being present, fully rouses a man to activity, awakens a person. There becomes this desire that in younger kids and teenagers is expressed as doing foolish things, right? Trying to do impressive things in order to impress a mate, right? It's a classic part of our sort of weird mating rituals that we do as humans. But also the awakening to, like, well, shit, I guess I need to have a job and make money and, like, look good and be fit and, like, take care of myself and go out and attempt to accomplish things. Like, all of those come with and are often part of or caused by the desire to attract women, and often it doesn't happen unless that interaction is actually there. What I've seen or observed, and this is just anecdotal, it's not real evidence, right? But what I've seen and observed is that when men are don't have the attention of women or don't have significant interactions with women, but are desperate for them because they're almost inevitably desperate for them, that ends up spiraling real dark, like incel black pill dark, that kind of darkness. But when they do actually have physical interactions with women, like or in-person interactions with women, it doesn't spiral in that direction. It spirals up. It spirals into positivity. It spirals generally, big generalization obviously, from what I've seen, spirals toward improving oneself and becoming better and awakening. And I don't know exactly what that is. I have a feeling, and this is weird, but I have a feeling that it's hormonal. I have a feeling that it's maybe even pheromonal, that being physically in the presence of somebody of the opposite gender literally changes the way your brain works. I don't know how to explain it otherwise, because it happens to me. It happens to me. If I lift close to a girl, my attitude and perspective on the world for a couple days after is different. And it's not just like the mental thing of like, ooh, there was a girl near me. It's like, it's a physical alteration to my brain chemistry, as far as I can tell. And that's going a little bit further than what the story is saying, right? The story is being a lot more specific about this. Like, she's literally caressing him, literally kissing him on the lips. That's a lot more. But I think there's something deeply true about this sentiment that Valtorchica puts out there. Now, the idea that it's partly to test him and to see if he will awaken, and that she's willing to dump him if he doesn't awaken, if he's just going to be the same as he is a part of it, and is really interesting from her perspective. But I don't know, I just wanted to go tangenty on this for a minute and talk about it, because there's something in here that rings true. This idea of a woman rousing a man to activity, or awakening someone who has let their potential slip, feels real to me. It feels really real to me. And it makes me think that, and this is something that, if you go into any community, and I will say flat out that I hard disagree with pickup, okay? PUA, pickup artists, all that shenanigans, I disagree with it mostly. But in a lot of cases, what they will have students do, and victims do, is cold approach a lot of women, go up and talk to a lot of girls, and try and get their numbers, maybe, or not, right? And like, I will do this, and I have done this. Try to talk to one person, a stranger today, okay? Or like every time I go to the gym, I try to talk to one more person, and sometimes it's a girl, and sometimes it's a cute girl, but I'll approach it in the same way as I was approaching 350-pound big dude who benches a lot, and be like, "Sup, dude, nice bench." Same thing with the girls, like, "Sup, girl, nice deadlift, sick." But just talking to, or being around more people, especially people who you're attracted to, usually the PUA people talk about it as like a way of boosting your confidence, a way of getting used to rejection, a way of experiencing the cold approach, the walking up to somebody and starting a conversation. Because, you know, if you're standing across on the other side of the room, that's the most terrifying thing in the world. The idea of walking up to somebody and talking to them is absurdly scary. It's very, 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 very terrifying. And so they always talk about that in terms of like getting over that hurdle, and it does. But I think there's something more to it. I really do. I think that being close to people of the opposite gender changes you. I think it actually physically changes you. And I'm really intrigued by it. Anyway, whether that's true or not, it is absolutely 100% the case that a stagnant man who meets a girl he is interested in is not going to be stagnant for very long, right? If he's just 9-to-5ing it and like chillaxing, whatever, and he meets a girl and he's into her, watch over the course of the next couple weeks as the dude starts like, "I gotta eat better. I should probably shave. I'll get a haircut. I'm going to take care of myself. I need to, you know, maybe I should switch out this beater for a better car. Maybe I need a better job. Maybe I'll work harder at work and try to get a promotion. Like, all of these things start to click into place as this like unspoken, not even necessarily ideated goal of like, be good enough for girl, approaches and appears and pops into the man's mind. He will fucking change. And that change might not be permanent, and it might be sort of false, right? It might be fraud. It might have problems to it, and it might not last. But it does happen, and that's really interesting. It's really interesting to me, and I've been trying to figure it out for myself, because it's definitely something weird that I've definitely experienced, right? I think I talked a little while ago about maybe in a different series a couple months ago. A really beautiful girl came up to me at the gym. It did not work out. Turned out she had a boyfriend, but she came up to me and asked me to like teach her how to do an exercise, and we hung out for a little bit. Man, my whole attitude on everything changed in that week. Man, everything changed. It was like, I gotta do more things. I gotta become good enough so that I can train this girl. I gotta understand these movements. I gotta be blah, 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 blah. Brain going on overdrive, because, you know, the animal brain is like, "Hey man, a chance to reproduce. Wow." Thanks, brain. Gotta love the reptile part that's deep in there. Fucking hell. But anyway, I've experienced this more than once, more than a couple of times. It's just really interesting. All of that to say, I'm super happy about this. This kiss is so sick. Char sees it, fully ignores it. Later. Had this chat. Why don't you join us up in space? I'm terrified by that sense of no gravity. You're terrified to see Lala, aren't you? Ooh. Got him. Just in case we didn't remember that was happening. All right, so we got the place, we got the pigeon. I love that there's a little thing that the pigeon lands on that beeps. That's cute. I'll go on the Rick Diaz. I'll go this way. I'll back you up. And they have a little kiss in front of everybody. Like, they haven't discussed the nature of their relationship or whether they should have public displays of affection or where the boundaries lie or anything. They're just going for it, I guess. Thick. I was so scared for Beltorchika. So fucking afraid for her. So scared for Beltorchika because, like, gosh, she's coming out to combat in a biplane. Oh my god. Terrifying. Okay, so things start to be a struggle. I really like the pace of this section of the episode, where we've got, like, these characters. They haven't made it yet. There's a countdown. We have to go on the countdown. The bad guys are incoming as an additional threat. All of these things ramp the tension really hard, and for me, the tension around, like, fuck, Beltorchika's out there, and she could die, puts me in probably the same position Amuro's in. Amuro's head is spinning. He just kissed a girl. He's like, ugh. He's out there. He's got a kid in his cockpit who he's trying to make sure that he's protected. And he's out here freaking out. He needs to get back to the platform, but he can't. And he wants to get up to space, but he can't. And he needs to protect Beltorchika. And he needs to protect everybody else. And he needs to protect cats. And there's just too much going on. And the flow of this portion of the episode feels like there's too much going on. And it's perfect. It's exactly what it should be. And that's actually something that I should mention here while we have the opportunity. Whole episode flowed amazingly. Like, really well. Top to bottom, front to back, felt really good all the way through. You know, lulls for conversations and back into it, but the overall flow of the whole thing, nice. Really nice. All right, descend, let's go. Lasers, rockets. Boom. Oh, yeah, we also get to see Amuro being kind of a badass. These little things, like he casually uses a mobile suit that he's probably never piloted before. He pulls out the gun and, like, flips it up like a badass. That's cool, right? That's just cool. All right, more suits. Hurry with the thing. Going out there. God, she's pretty. Okay. And flying around at the speed of sound. Rockets go off. And they actually knew exactly what they were doing, right? How many cute women have we killed, right? How many people that Amuro crushes on just die in the next episode? I don't know, like 2 or 3. But we get her flying through gunfire. And then an explosion. Terrifying. But then immediately the next scene afterward. Whoosh. The Rick Diaz. And he saves her. We gotta go. We gotta go. Okay, we don't have time to go. Change of plans. Get everybody up. Take the kid with you. Let's do it. And Katz holds the gun up and goes, Lieutenant Quattro, you're too important to stay here. Holding his gun. I don't know if I can hold this thing very long. And, very well, sure. And then later he'll go, yeah, you had the safety on, kid. You don't know what the fuck you're doing. So funny. So funny, so funny, so fun. So good. All right, this fight gets big and bad and solid. Love having these two in different mechs, just chillaxing on a Dodai. Yeah, on a Dodai. I love how he says a bit lower, and Kamyu goes from aiming here to aiming here. A bit lower. To me, a bit lower is like a few degrees lower, not 90. But hey, it works, I guess. Works well enough. Okay, the launch happens. Or the launch is going. More units, less stuff. Beltorchik is safe. Big relief to me. And we whip through to the end of this guy finally. And the end of, it seems, his arc of being an asshole to us and chasing us around Earth. So, back to space go everybody except Amuro Ray and Kamyu Bidan. They're stuck here. Stuck in Earth's gravity well, aren't they? And Beltorchika, of course, is on Earth as well, which is probably okay. I don't know what we're going to do here. I guess they have to wait for a new opportunity to launch, which means finding a shuttle. They might have to go to a different location since now Hikori is probably, like, busted. It's probably been found and their cover's been blown. That's pretty interesting. I wonder how they're going to get back up into space. And I wonder if we're going to start, like, showing both sides of this story. We could split the story now and have like A plot, B plot, Earth plot, space plot, and follow like Char and Katz on one side and Amuro and Kamyu on another side, and have these two interesting like flipped mentorships. That would be really neat. I'd really, really like to see that. Something that puts those against each other and maybe juxtaposes the way that one of them teaches and learns and the way that the other teaches and learns and what they can like learn from the kids and learn from each other. That would be so sick. That would be so sick. Okay, this was a super cool episode. I think I am going to stop here because it feels like this is the end of an arc. That's really my main reason here. We have this coalescence of a romance that really wasn't there much before, but the seeds of it were. You know, her asking about Amuro before and talking about these legends from the past and all that stuff definitely sets up for it a little bit. But now we've split the party, and half of them are up in space and half of them are down here on Earth, and things are interesting. We've had this one bad guy chasing us for a little while, and now he's dead, so something's gonna shift. That might be why we introduced Woodard, or whatever his Woody name is, the guy with the hair. But I don't know what's going to happen next. He was interacting with the new type lab, so maybe we have more like new type shenanigans happening now. As Amuro and Kamyu fight them, maybe they'll find out more about their own new typeness, and maybe going up into space, Cats might get into touch with his own space noidness and potential new typeness. That could be cool. I'd love to see any of that stuff. I think that would be really cool. But overall, I think this was a really, really solid episode of Mobile Suit Zeta Gundam on a personal side and on a relatively cool fight side as well. And it's all packaged together with a really, really nice flow for the episode. Really cool pacing. Some cool musical cues, too. Musical moments that I think were interesting. I won't be able to find them, but they were cool. And a good resolution to this bad guy who's finally gone in his Ashabar. Awesome. That's it. Yeah. We'll leave off there. So thank you so much for watching. I've been Teeaboo. If you want next week's episode or episodes of Mobile Suit Zeta Gundam, they'll be available to you a week early on the Patreon, as well as access to the Discord where you can come and chat about stuff. So check that out if that appeals to you, and or if you just want to support the channel. Likes, comments, subscribes are all really good. They all help these videos get out to other people, which is really good for me and for the channel and for you, honestly, because it means more videos. And that's gonna be it. Thanks so much for watching. Eee, eee, romance. That's so cute. All right, peace.